And yeah, at the end of the day, she never texted me back.
Oh, wow. Good afternoon, I'm Jeff. I'm a Sewer Tech Northwest. Today we're at 4508 Southeast 46th Avenue in Portland. We're located in the basement up against the front foundation wall. We've got a 4-inch cast iron cleanout under the workbench. This will be the point of access. I'm going to insert the camera and check the overall condition and serviceability of the sanitary sewer line. Here we go. Oh, I do have water running. Okay, here at 10 feet out, it transitions over to 4-inch concrete pipe. Okay, it switches to 4-inch terracotta here at 38 feet. Everything is flowing pretty nicely so far. I'm going to take a second look on the way out when we have the line totally drained out. But so far, everything's looking pretty darn good, especially being for an original line. We might have some small roots coming through here on the right side of the screen at 48 feet. We'll check that on the way back out. And the same thing is going on here at 51 feet. It looks like there are some small roots that have just started to come through at the top of the pipe there. And here at 53 feet, we have reached the main lateral out on 46th. I'm going to reel the camera back to the that first possible root intrusion. This right here is definitely roots coming through. They're very short, not affecting the flow at all. But what I'm going to check for here is to see where the camera head is located at, because this could very well be out in the street, which would be in the city's jurisdiction. I'm also going to get the water turned off. I moved the camera around a little bit while we had the monitor paused here. I tried locating here at this point as well as back at 48 feet, and likely due to the depth of the line in combination with the fact that there's pretty low-hanging overhead power lines, I am not able to pick up an accurate locator signal, unfortunately. I do see sewer markings out in the street, and the fact that the line terminates at 54 feet and the closest root intrusion is only 5 feet away from there, I do think this is roots that they're just starting to come through. It's really tough to tell. It could be a bunch of cobwebs and stuff too. This is very minor. Both this one and the root in front of it at 52 feet are very small. All I can go off right now is just the length of the pipe, and this being 5 feet, from the main lateral connection, this would more than likely be out in the middle of the street. But without being able to locate the camera head, I cannot verify that. But based off of the city's markings out in the road, I would have to think that this is out in the street, which would be in the city's jurisdiction. But I would contact them to find out, just to double check and make sure. Because if this were homeowner responsibility, I would recommend the line be sleeved here just to take care of those joints and keep the roots from coming back. But I really think this is out in the road. But you have to contact the city to verify that. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and start reeling back the camera. I'm going to check out the other parts of the line here. Now that the water's drained out, I'll have a little bit clearer picture of everything. Alright, we just pulled back through all the concrete pipe, and there's a little bit of standing water right here. It pops out really quickly. There's only about a ½ inch of standing water right here for maybe a few inches is all. And there's very little debris anywhere on the line, so everything's shooting past out without any issue. And the concrete is still looking in pretty good shape. I do want you to know that the concrete pipe does have a lifespan. It wears out slowly but surely over time. So at some point down the road, it's hard to predict. It might be 10, 15 years. It's possible that you might have roots coming through joints given a decent amount of time for the concrete to wear out a little bit more. It may last for another 30 or 40 years. It's hard to say, but it does have a lifespan. So the nice thing is the line drains out really nicely all the way out to the main lateral. So if there is an issue in the future, this line could easily be sleeved, which saves a lot of money in repair costs. You would not have to dig this line up, which is the nice part. But we've got excellent flow all the way out to the main lateral. The cast iron and concrete portions of the line are in good shape. There are those two joints in the terracotta that appear. There's one that's confirmed with roots at 48 feet. It's really difficult to tell. It's possible, but it's very hard to say. And I do recommend contacting the city to see if they're able to verify if that's in their jurisdiction or not. More than likely it is, given the distance from the main lateral. Main laterals are generally in the middle of the street, which is about 8 feet or so out in the road. And that furthest out root intrusion, or the possible one at 48 feet, is only 5 feet from the main. So the numbers just make it seem like it would be out in the road. But the line is functioning properly at this time. Those roots out further may be an issue in the future. It's hard to say if they have ever been trimmed or not. But currently they're so tiny they're not affecting flow at all. So at this time the line is functioning properly at this time, especially the pipe on property.